man is not afraid to come up, give his testimony, and just talk about what he's been through and what God has gotten him through. Would you help me welcome Kendrick Coaston now?
It's a blessing to be here this morning. I'm glad to see each and every one of you. I am really glad to see you. I would like to tell my story, share my story. I'm a survivor of domestic violence. Many years ago, I believed that we weren't going to make it. Me and my other siblings, there's 6 of us, and I'm the oldest. So I'm the one that cried a lot with my mother when no one was seeing what was going on. But me, you know, being the oldest, you're going to be the hero. You're going to try to see what's going on with your mother when she's crying behind closed doors. You're trying to figure out what's going on with mama. You know, and then you understand as you start to grow, you start to see things. My mom was murdered by my stepfather in 1989. He shot her 8 times. All she wanted to do was move away. She got tired of him abusing her children. She got tired of her being abused, and she got tired of her children being unstable. We moved every 6 months. You know, every time you look around, we was moving from place to place. Very unstable. And I was the mule. I was the big man. I was the muscle. So they used me like I was the muscle. You understand? And the muscle got broke down. I was going to Duncanville High School. We began like that. I was going to Duncanville High School, and my mother had moved us out. She had moved to Countberry Apartments right there on Camp Wilson. She said, I'm tired of this mess, so she got up and packed up all her children and left. She said, I can't take it no more. I can't take you continuing abusing my children and treating me the way you treat me. So we got up and we did that pack up and move when the man was gone to work. You understand? And left everything behind. Everything, the clothes, the furniture. It was all meaningless. But that's what we had to give up for the freedom and the peace of mind. To have freedom. You know, it was very difficult to do that. Because my mom, she was a hairstylist. And I was a hairstylist for 20 years myself. That was our dreams, to be able to get our salon together later on. You know, we were going to get our own salon. But it never happened. But I continued to dream of my mother. I did hair for 20 years, as long as I could. We went off to move, and my stepfather found out where we lived. My mother was one of them kind of people. She was a peaceful, passive person. She was an angel, really. Everywhere she went, she was loved and cared about. You know, and that's normally what happens to people that's in domestic violence situations. For some reason, the enemy always is paired up with you. I don't know why, but the heart that you have, it seems like the enemy wants to destroy what you have. You know, the enemy don't want you to have peace. The best, when you have that good heart and spirit, believe me, you, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be with a hater. And that person is going to hate on you because of your personality. And then that person that loves unconditionally knows that person is abusing them, but will stay in them for convenience and comfortability a lot of times, and fear. You know, you're like, hey, this man he do care. He is loving. He loves me sometimes. He hates me sometimes. Now, I used to find everyone to ask my mom, I said, Mom, why you keep having all these children? Because my stepfather always said, Linda, let's keep having babies. I'm like, Mama, why you want to keep having babies by the man he's beating us? You know? But he was setting her up for a trap. He was just setting her up. And she was just falling for the trap. But I understand, as being a man that I am now, that I can't judge no one. Like my family, like Sister One was talking about. Your family judge you. My mother would go places and say, Linda, you crazy. Why are you staying with this man beating you? Do you have 6 children that you're trying to feed? Do you? Do you understand what's going on in my shoes? Do you understand? It's a thin love between love and hate. A very thin line. Very, very thin line between between love and hate, and people don't understand it. Sometimes we get caught up in the time and the moment, and we're trying to deal with what's going on right now, but not thinking about the future. And speaking as a child, dealing with domestic violence, being in that situation, it was very, very hard on me. It took a toll on me. It took a toll on me. It broke me down. I was like, God, man, why am I going through this? I could have been a professional athlete. I could have been anything. But I had to go home and take care of my mom's children while she was at the beauty shop, and my stepfather would come and come home and cuss at us, cuss at me, because I haven't cleaned up the house. And so he would beat us, with anything that he could find to beat us with. You know, anything. I'm like, oh my God, why are you beating us like this? What have I done to you? You know, but it was just the oldest male children that he was trying to break our spirit, because he was setting us up for when we got older so he could come in and do what he wanted to do to our mother, the way he wanted to do what he wanted to do with her. And the youngest kids didn't really know what was going on with them. They were just there. But I was seeing this man setting us up in a trap. But it didn't work. It didn't work out the way he wanted it to. Because I'm standing up right now, telling my mom's story. I'm trying to tell her story before I die. Because she hasn't died in vain. She hasn't died in vain. My stepfather got 5 years for premeditated murder. And my mom had a peace bond on this man at the same time. Matter of fact, when my mom moved to the Canterbury village off of Camp Wisdom, this guy came up to the school and picked up every last one of the children from school, the small ones, even the one that wasn't his, and took my brothers and sisters to his house in Duncanville. Took them to his house. We went over to pick the kids up, and guess what was said? And this man was on a peace offer. This guy has as much right as you do, ma'am. We can't get your children back. And that hurt. We can't get your children. Now this man got a peace bond for domestic violence. Now he has the right to keep the children at home with him. So he kept the kids for a whole day. He kept them. We couldn't even give them. My grandmother, Big Mama, had to make him give my mama her children back. You understand? I just couldn't understand the system. What is the system? What are you doing? What's going on with the system? Why are you allowing this to happen? And a couple of days later, my stepfather found out where we moved. My mom told him, I heard on the phone. Like I said, I was real hustling. You hear me? I want to see everything. I want to hear everything that was going on. Everything. So I'm real hustling. My mother there talking and fussing with my stepfather. She said, Daniel, she said, I'm so tired of you. She said, I want peace. She said, I want peace in my life, and I'm tired of running for you. I'm tired of you threatening my life, and you can only kill me one time. Wow. She said, I'm tired of dying every day. She said, I'm dying every time you tell me that you're going to kill me. Every time that you burn up my clothes, or break out my windows, or cuss at me, or try to put me down to the lowest of the low, so I can feel like dirt, so that you can have your way with me. You know, and that's all it is, trying to make somebody feel defenseless and helpless. And that's not fair. Right. And I'm saying right now, ladies and gentlemen, because all of us can be domestic violence people. It's not just men, it's not just women. Anytime someone would try to control you, you were born out of one womb. And the only person that has your life is the good Lord. Nobody has your life but the Lord. And what it takes, we have to start depending on him instead of man. And when we start seeing the warning signs, someone tell you, I will kill you. That's the first warning sign. Or they'll sit up and tell you, where have you been? You know what I'm saying? Where have you been? Why are you looking so good? Are you trying to entice someone else? But I'm sitting here with your 6 kids, taking care of your kids all day. How can you feel this way? I'm sitting here in the beauty coming home, my feet every day swole, looking like pumpkin feet. You understand? And you treat, what's going on? You're jealous of me. You're hating on me. You hate who I am. You hate who child I belong to. I am God's child. And you are the enemy. Sleeping with the enemy. Sleeping with the enemy. Oh my God. That's an awful thing, you hear me? That's an awful thing. It's not right. But anyway, this guy who came today, I was in Duncanville at school. I'm sorry to be skipping around. This is my second time speaking in public. I was sitting in class at Duncanville. The police and my teacher came to the class. And they walked in and they said, Kendrick. Now, I'm a black man in Duncanville. At this time, the school was like, man, the police come and get you out of class. What have I done? What is really going on? You know what I'm saying? Why are you coming to get me out of class? Then they come and tell me, they say, Kendrick, come here. We got something we want to tell you. Your mother had just got shot. I'm like, what? I just seen my mother this morning after she whooped everybody, but she whooped us all for some reason. She got her whooping us. Do you hear me? I'm like, Mama, why are you whooping us? What have we done? Okay, this whooping was for all the whooping that I wasn't going to be with, which was she was 35 years old when she got killed. Okay, with 6 children. Okay, so you know she got judged on Calvin. So they came and took us to, and the police went 100 miles per hour trying to get me to that hospital to see my mother before she passed. He tried to get me there. I almost lost his job to try to get me to the hospital. But as we was good, soon as we crossed over 67 over Keast, it was a wind, like the spirit went through my body. My body got real light. And I was like, oh my God, I just busted out screaming and wailing and weeping. As the God Jesus said, Jesus wept. It's a different type of cry. You just don't cry, you weep. And it's a well, like deep in your soul. And I kept saying, my mother is gone. She's gone, y'all, she's gone. They said, she's gonna be all right, she's all right. I said, no. She just came to me. And she blew me a kiss and she gave me a hug and she said, son, it's gonna be all right. I want you to keep on going. I want you to keep on being who you are. I want you to keep on doing what you do, son, because you was born of a man, you were born from me. And I don't want you to stop living your life because I'm gone now. So when we finally made it to the hospital, they told me, your mother is deceased. There you go again. I went crazy like a madman all over the hospital. Running back and forth, shouting on the floor, everything. It was awful. The feeling of being a child. Now my mom was my best friend. You hear me? Yeah. I remember racing my mother. You hear me? I remember me and my mom racing and running together. Because she was 35 when she died, okay? So that means we had fun, we played. We was able to enjoy life together. And not like a lot of parents now because they don't have time. Everybody's stuck in a smartphone or on a computer. Yeah. They don't really have time to enjoy their children anymore. Yeah. But I had the time and the opportunity, me and my sisters and brothers had time to play with someone that was youthful. And she shared her youth with us. So that was my best friend in the whole world. I was a baby boy. I was the youngest son, but I was still the baby. I was the baby. And it took a toll on me and my family. We went on later on after they told me mom was deceased and all that. I just couldn't take it. We went back to the house to find out what was going on. We went to the house. The man had white candles with white sheets all over the bathroom with candles burning, still in the bathroom. So he's like, who are you really? Who were you? You understand? People don't